Hi guys, and welcome to Tom and Harry SMMA. Now today's video is going to be slightly different. We're going to hit a different topic, which is drop shipping, and that's like Amazon drop shipping, for example, versus the SMMA model too. So like the two ways of making money online, they've both had a lot of popularity and still do, but it's interesting for people who are following us and watching us because no doubt you've come across drop shipping in the past. You've probably watched lots of people talking about it. Well, on the channel is obviously Harry. And Harry has gone through this experience. He actually used dropshipping as a way of making money initially, and then he switched to SMMA. I would like to know why. Personally, as his business partner, I'm interested to know why he made that change. How did he get on with it? Is it real? Is it worth doing? And we're going to find out on this video from Harry directly all the answers to his questions. So let's get into the video.
Yeah.
Let's talk dropshipping. I know fuck all about dropshipping. Never done it. Won't ever do it. Don't need to do it. But some people are actually looking at dropshipping and SMA as two viable options to make money online. But like, what's the pros and cons of both? Let's talk about it in the next 10 minutes about what dropshipping is. Is it a real thing? Can people make money from it? Is it a fad? Talk me through it. So like when you started dropshipping, how old were you? And how does the process work? And what is it?
So I like from probably the age of, I've done a video on where I rate all of the different online money making kind of side hustles like Amazon FBA, Forex trading, all of those, and rate them on different scales. But I started drop shipping probably when I was 17, 18, I think. So like 6 years ago. And that was at like the peak where people were making like serious money with drop shipping. And it's still a business model now, but it's changed dramatically. But if anyone doesn't know what dropshipping is, it's essentially where you list a product on either your own store or different, like a different e-commerce platform like eBay or Amazon. And then when a product sells or your listing or the product sells on your website, you then ship the product directly from the wherever you're buying the product from directly to the customer that's bought it from your website. So you never see the product. So I'd list an iPhone on my e-commerce, on my Shopify store. And then when someone buys it from my store because I've marketed it to them, I would then go to where I'm buying the iPhone from and then tell them to ship it directly to the two. I'd pay them, the customer would pay me, and then I'd keep the profit in between.
You have to have purchased that item with Amazon already?
No.
So you can list anything. I can now go on eBay, have a store on eBay.
Yep.
And call it Tom's Marvelous Magical Store.
Yep. It's literally what I did, mate.
And then pick my favorite products, like an iPhone, let's say a couple of watches, which are sort of bog standard.
Yep.
And I go, right, and a few beanie hats, I like beanie hats. Let's list a few fucking random products. Yeah. I can sell them, people buy them, and I go, fucking hell, someone's actually bought a beanie hat for me. And then I go on Amazon, find one, and just get it sent direct to the consumer. Is that what you're saying?
Yep. So essentially, to give this a bit of context, so I did it.
Sounds fucking amazing. Like, what could possibly go wrong with this business model?
So I did dropshipping. I did dropshipping for about 2 years and made like pretty good money, like a few thousand pounds a month through dropshipping, which was like decent. And then I switched into a social media marketing agency. Tom and I then joined our two different agencies for new watchers of the channel, and now we make multi six figures a year for our agency. But in terms of what I did for those 2 years of dropshipping, I did many different, because there's loads of different types of dropshipping you did, but there's one that I had the most success with was I'd list products on eBay and then I'd drop ship from Amazon. So I'd buy the products from Amazon, but I'd sell them on eBay. So what I would do, there was a tool called Merchant Words, which essentially you could type in like a product category. So you could type in ring light, and then because loads of people would be like, well, why would people buy them on eBay for a higher price? Why would they not just get them on Amazon? And the reason was because you were ranking the products through these different techniques to make your products rank really high on eBay, because people do shop on eBay, and then when they see your product rank for those keywords. And what this Merchant Words website did was you'd write in ring light, and then what you would do is you'd find specific products that had high search volumes but low listings. So if I found a product, say I found a ring light, and ring lights on eBay had 2 million searches, so 2 million people every month were searching for ring lights, but there was only under 100 listings of ring lights, that means there was loads of demand for that product on eBay, but not a lot of supply. So that would be a winning product that I would then list on eBay. And that's not to say it would then sell immediately. So what you would do, and what you would have to do with Amazon and eBay dropshipping, is list tens of thousands of products. So you'd literally have to like go through and create listings on eBay of loads and loads and loads of products that match this criteria. You know, you'd literally copy and paste the images from Amazon and put them on. And then once someone bought it from eBay, you would then ship it from Amazon to the eBay customer, and you'd click like the bottom that said this was a gift, so they wouldn't get a receipt in the parcel that said how much it cost. Because if they bought it from you on eBay for 40 quid.
Oh my God, no way.
Yeah, so then they'd get the product with no receipt of how much it cost, so they wouldn't know. So then really they'd just think, oh, these guys have bought it from Amazon in the past, or they've just, you know, it might be the same warehouse or whatever, so they would never know. There was occasions where I forgot to do that tick box and someone left a bad review, but you just like sort it out. But that's essentially the eBay.
So you carry you carry no responsibility of stock.
Nope.
No holding of stock, no space required. So it sounds to me there's a bit of like difficulty. There's a bit of admin involved there. You have to list products. That's time consuming. You've got to advertise your site, I guess, somehow.
Well, the benefit of Amazon to eBay dropshipping was eBay owned all of the traffic, so you didn't need to advertise that. You know, you didn't need to advertise your products on the website.
But it's based on search.
Yeah. However, what you know, the more popular version of dropshipping is you create a Shopify store, you list your products from, I don't know, AliExpress or Walmart or a different retailer, and you'd list them on your own branded website. And then when people buy them on your website, and the issue with that is you have to produce your traffic yourself. You'd have to, you know, be able to run Facebook ads to the platform, to your site. And that's how I learned Facebook ads. That's rather than a course, because I did trial and error through the dropshipping. However, this video is not to say dropshipping doesn't work. People still make loads of money from it. The reason why it's not as popular as it once was because in the past, Facebook ads were so fucking easy to get sales from. Like you could do drop shipping of like what was really common when in 2017 was selling bracelets. You know, you had those like bead bracelets with like a lion on or something.
Yeah.
Like those were really popular.
Or even
fidget spinners.
Yeah, fidgets.
Like shit like that all came from drop shipping. So you could just get an ad up with a picture of a fucking fidget spinner, sell it for like 10 quid because it had a fucking Minecraft logo on, and you could make loads of money. However, because the advertising platforms have now changed, it's not as easy to generate e-commerce sales. So now if you want to do drop shipping, you've got to spend $1,000, $2,000 to test that product. So it's gone from a business model where anyone can just create a free Wix store, put some products up, and then get a £4 a day budget and get loads of sales, to something where you need a lot of upfront investment, you know, to test products, because you might put $2,000 into a product now and then not make any sales, and then you've got to test a new product. And then people might be thinking about the Amazon and eBay stuff. That's changed. And the reason why I stopped it was because eBay got quite heavy on drop shipping. So they didn't like people that were drop shipping. And the keywords like system I was using and a few of the back-end systems I was using to make it work stopped working, or they like changed due to different legislations. I'm sure there's different ways to do it now, but just for me, this is why I'm seeing a shift from, you know, people that want to make money online. We had this conversation earlier of why 4 years ago, everyone was doing drop shipping. Like if you were in the online, like making money online in Instagram guru space, they were a fucking drop shipper. Now it's gone into social media marketing.
So people still do this business model? Yeah,
people still drop ship, yeah.
But it's just obviously much, much harder to get results and to make money from it.
It's a lot harder. You need to, and it's just changed. It's not as, it's harder to do, just because now drop shipping's, I don't know too much about it. So I don't know too much about the business model now. But what I do know is it's very heavily based on making content go viral. So you'll get like a vegetable cutter that cuts a vegetable in different ways. And then it's like getting viral videos to get like 2 million views on TikTok with the Instagram in the bio. Like it's around content. It's not just like, whereas before, like in 2016, 17, it was get a really nice Facebook ad up, And that wasn't a nice ad. If that ad now, it'd be down within a day because it was just shocking. Like, it was literally just a picture of a bracelet, said buy now. And like, just because of how easy ads were back then, you'd get loads of sales.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's changed.
So okay, so that's drop shipping. So then obviously turning that into then why, I'm guessing people look at drop shipping as an option, SMMA as an option. How is SMMA now a much more viable way of making money online?
Well, I think it's more, for me anyway, the reason why I switched into it was, you know, I had that Facebook ad knowledge because I grew that through the drop shipping. I understood how to market a product. And then I thought, well, if this has stopped working for my own products, I didn't like that. Like, everyone who does drop shipping hates testing products. Like, once you find a winning product, it's like, that's the hardest part done, really. But when I thought, well, if these services are so valuable with my marketing products and services, like, businesses that already have a winning product or service could do with them. Like, you know, when you almost like reinvent something that already exists. Like, I remember once I like thought of like sharing lifts, and I was like, shit, that's Uber. But like, that was kind of one of the moments where I was like, oh no, social media, like that does exist. So I think it's more the fact that, like, it's more of a legit business model, I think, because it's not like, you know, you're just skimming off other people's products and like everyone can really just sell the same product. It's just listing it. Whereas now you're like building a solid brand. And also, you like, to start up a social media marketing agency costs nothing. You don't need to spend a penny until you get a client.
Yeah, I think the demand from like social media marketing is so high, and not just social media marketing is something we don't really pick up on. It actual marketing for businesses, local businesses, is such an in-demand service, because to hire an internal employee would cost you probably 18 to $2,000 to $2,500. Then you know, quite often they have to use a small marketing company for little tasks that they need done, whether that's running ads, whether it's, you know, creating flyers, or it's producing email marketing and growing the email list and things like that, or SMS text messaging. There's always things that local businesses need, and they all need help. And those who don't market lose. That's one thing I've realized in like the last 3 to 4 years. But it's interesting, and you know, I think people look at it online and think they want to make money quick online. You know, there must be an easy way of making money, and I don't have to do much work. When you even talk about dropshipping, there is still a lot of work involved there. You have to work hard at that.
There is, mate, and like, I like even it is a lot of work. Like, even when I was doing the Amazon and eBay stuff, which is a bit easier because you don't have to worry about the traffic, it was like I had to list 100 products every single day, because if you've got 100 products up, you know, that's only going to make you a certain amount of money. You need thousands of products up that generate like 50 quid a day each, or like 50 quid. I don't know. It was just like, it was all about volume. And then on the Shopify stuff, because I tried that as well, it was like, then you're now trying to build a brand. Then you're now trying to like figure out how ads work. It's not just that click a button here, click a button there. And I think that's why people fall into the Forex trading kind of like shit, because they see like, oh, this person's in Dubai, they've just made 10 grand on a trade, that's half my yearly wage. And then when you look into it, it's like, is anyone really making any money from this? Are they just making money from the referral fees to the platform? That's not to say Forex traders don't make money, loads of people do, but it's like, it's never what you think it's going to be, which is why our whole channel about SMMA content is trying to tell people what it actually is. Like, we don't hide away from the fact that SMMA is fucking loads of work. You're going to work more hours when you own a social media marketing agency than you would your 9-to-5 job. Like, which is why our channel's so different. But I don't know, I think there's always going to be people that want to find alternative ways to make money, be their own boss, and it's just falling into something that fits, you know, your lifestyle and what you want, really.
And what advice would you give people watching this now who want to start an SMMA? What would you suggest they do? We cover this a lot in our videos, don't we? But what would you suggest they now do? They've watched this video and gone, actually, dropshipping was something I was going to do. Harry's put me well off that now. I don't want to do that. SMMA is something I want to do. What should they now do? What action can they?
I would first of all make sure that SMMA is for you. Like we said in here, we've explained it briefly, but go through our channel. Like, our channel, there's 200 videos on here that explains what SMMA is, how to start, you know, how to sell, the expectations of SMMA, what you can expect, how much money to make, what's actually entailed. Watch those videos, so that you don't dive into something that might not be for you. Like we talk about, there's videos on this channel where we're like, what skills do you need? Like, you have to be creative, you have to, you know, be hardworking, all of this stuff. Make sure it's fit to you before you dive into something. And then once you figure it's, you know, it's for you, then you've just got to start developing your skill set. Because unlike drop shipping, unlike Forex trading, SMMA is the business model or side hustle that's most like a real business, because you're actually selling a service to other business owners. It's not, you're not just selling a product on Amazon that no one's ever going to see your face. You're not just putting a trade on the stock market or, you know, the Forex markets. You're actually communicating with another business owner who's paying you money to deliver a service to them. So you have to have a legit service that you're fucking confident in. So like that's step one. Find out if it's for you. Learn your services in whatever way you think, whether you want to buy a course, whether you want to just watch loads of YouTube content. There's videos on this channel, how to learn for free, a few videos ago. So just, learn your service, learn how to sell that service, and then you're on your way.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'd say for those who learn the service, loads of content online, not just from me and Harry, but there's lots of people who talk about SMMA. Some we'd rather not, you don't watch because we think they're fucking full of shit. Others are okay. So, you know, definitely look at as much content. You know, we have a mentorship program and a coaching program, which we would highly recommend everybody taking if you're going to do it, and do it properly with honesty and integrity. And really, we only want people buying our course who want to make money long term, and actually make it a fucking proper business where they can then do it for the rest of their lives, really. But we do offer that, and obviously the link's in the bio. But yeah, I think we've covered. We've covered everything.
I think my final note will be, if you're watching this video and you're looking for a way to make money online, whether that be SMMA, whether you don't want to go down that route after watching this video or other videos on our channel, and you're looking for alternative methods, just be very careful with anything that says you're going to get rich quick. As soon as you see the phrase "get rich quick," run a mile from whoever's saying it, from whatever business model's claiming it, because it doesn't exist. If
I'd
get
say
rich
sorry, mate. I say get rich quick thing, and also work from anywhere and work not many hours. To completely run away from that, because you will have to work considerable hours to get it going.
And then if you do dive into the SMMA world and you're watching different YouTubers, there's loads of different versions of SMMA, which I want to point out. The version of SMMA that we teach is how to build a long-term brand that you're going to be owning an SMA for 10 years and then not have to worry about finances forever. Or there's the business model that claims the get rich quick scheme using the SMMA title, which is you sign a client and you almost drop ship your services, because that's basically what it is. You sell a service to a dentist to manage their social media. You then find someone in a different country or another business to service that business, and you skim off the top. That's essentially what outsourcing of SMMA is drop shipping your services. So and if you want to do that business model, feel free, but I've warned you, it's not going to work out too well for you over the next 2 years. But yeah, that's all we can really say.
I think that's a good way to wrap it up.
I think it's a good video, mate. So guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have not watched our previous video, it was probably my favorite video we've done in a long time, which is us kind of judging the worst Instagram DMs that you could possibly send when selling your services on Instagram. Super good video. It's a long video. Funny. We cover a lot in there. Give it a watch. Make sure you subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you in tomorrow's video.